So I just got to this campground, and it's like no one's here. I got it all to myself. I stopped in here to see if maybe they had like a dumping station for my RV, because my RV, the last camp spot I went to, they didn't have a dump station. So although my black tank and my gray water tank isn't nowhere near being full, I like to keep it empty. So I was just trying to see if they had a dumping station back here, but there's no dumping station I don't see yet. But there is a little pond, so I'm definitely gonna cast the line in there and see if I can get some fish, see what we can catch. There's like no one here. Oh well. All right, so I had to change clothes. I had to put on a long sleeve shirt and some pants, because as soon as I got out of the truck, I had on a short sleeve shirt and I had on some shorts, and I got bit by a bug. So literally everything in Florida wants to eat you. But I came to this campground and it's empty. Like there's nobody here. It's just me. No one's here. So I don't know. Is this place just terrible or why? Because the amount of people that was on the road today on Highway 41, driving through this part of the Florida Everglades, it was a lot of people. But there's no one at this park. And I've seen other pull-off areas that was packed. There was no parking. But this area has a lot of no swimming signs and just a sheer amount of signs that's telling you be mindful of the gator. So is that a terrible sign? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that someone or a dog or something got ate by a gator? Because look at that, it says no dog walking. Pets can attract alligators. Now I know a few years ago around Florida, there was some people that was a lady that was walking her dog, and I think she was attacked by a gator. It says right here, cross the road to get around basking alligators. So clearly alligators like to hang out right here, but I don't see any yet. I saw some really big turtles over there. See, this right here would be a spot where an alligator would be hanging out at, but I don't see any. There's some big old turtles over there. Anywho, I'm gonna throw a line in the water. Normally when you got like an enclosed space like this, like an enclosed pond, lake area like this, if there's any fish in there, well, there's probably not any fish in there, because alligators got to eat. So they're eating the bass and everything else that's hanging out in the lake. So there's probably not any fish in there. But all right, but before we fish, gotta keep ourselves protected. So I don't want to run into no gators, but if I do and they decide they want to be pesky, well, I gotta protect myself. So put on my pistol. Alright, now let's get to some fishing. You know what? Before I start walking the shoreline for bass, to fish bass, I'm just gonna put the drone in the air and allow the drone to see if there's any alligators hiding on the bank. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's a smart idea. I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer, but I think that's a pretty good idea. So this is Florida we're talking about. So man, I probably should have washed these poles. These poles are really sticky from the salt yesterday. really, really clear. I don't even see any fish swimming. Some little minnows on the water. All right, let's move to another spot. All right, we're gonna head to another part of the water. Well, we don't have the drone anymore. The drone, well, my iPhone heated up. We haven't even been out here that long. Like they don't, I need a new phone, man. I feel like the phone that I got is just a wimp. Like I've been having it for a while and it's just, I think Apple does something to its phones that after a certain amount of time, the phones just completely just start operating funky to try to force you to go and buy another phone. That's just my opinion. Maybe it's a conspiracy, but I just think that it's BS that a phone that's supposed to be so smart and we pay all this money for, after a certain amount of time, it just starts fucking acting up. So I don't know. It's just frustrating, but it overheated. Literally, I sat it down in the shade. It wasn't even in direct sun, and it overheated. So had to land the drone and put the phone in the truck. So, and to top it off, yesterday while I was fishing, I have another phone, which is my business phone, and it fell in the water. So I came here to Florida with two phones, and I'm leaving with one, which honestly, when I get to Key West, I'm probably gonna go and see about getting another phone, because that was my business phone, so I kind of need that. Probably gonna pay an arm and a leg for that too. I'm not seeing any. Oh, there goes a fish. There's a fish messing. That's a fish for sure. I see a fish. I saw a fish. There's a fish down there for sure. I saw it. Just gotta let it sink. There was a bass. When you come to Florida, you better have your long sleeves on or some type of bug spray, because these insects, they will make you pay. Okay, I see a lot of bass down here in this little area, so I just gotta get, oh my God, there's a huge bass down there. Huge bass. The thing is, if I can see them, they can see me, so, but there's not much cover. I could try backing up and casting, but there's some big bass down there. I mean, my biggest bass is like 2 pounds, so anything bigger than 2 pounds is big to me. Probably need to try a Texas rig or something. They're interested in it. They're just not taking it. Tell you what, I'm gonna set this down. Let's see if I can get one of those smaller bass on this little swim bait that I got. I see why these are so cheap. These don't even swim very well. Probably need to. I don't even have any micro, mono, or fluoro. This thing swims like crap. Oh, look, a fish. Fish messing with it. Oh, it got hit. It got freaking hit. They want it. Okay, there's fish in here. I just wish this thing swam a little bit better. Oh, I don't want to have to go tie on, but I'm going to have to go tie on though. Look, there's a fish right there. I think it's just the way how it's swimming. They don't want it because it swims all funky. Oh wow, what is that? That's a big old fish. Is that like an Oscar? There's some big old fish in here. That's like, look at that. Oh, that's an Oscar. Look at that big old fish. There's some big fish in here, man. Oh, it's got hit too. It's getting hit by all the little smaller fish. The big fish don't want to touch it. So what I might have to do is I might have to go and God, what is going on? I might have to go in. There's some big fish in here, man. Look at that big old fish right there. That's a big old Oscar. Okay, let's go try this other area over here, and then I might have to. Okay, no, let's go tie on. Okay, so I'm gonna go tie on. I'm gonna put a leader on this little paddle tail, and then I don't know if I want to keep the green worm on, if I want to put something else on it. Oh, I left my door open too. Oh, probably got all type of mosquitoes in there just waiting to up. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out. All right, so we're at the other side of the lake, and we're gonna be doing the same thing, looking for some gators. I don't see no gators. All right, we're gonna give it. What the hell was that? Oh man, I don't know what that was. Oh, they got fish trees in here too. Those little things, I don't know if you can see those little pieces of structure, but those are fish trees. I don't know what that was, man, but that hit the water. Something must have jumped in the water like a turtle or something, but it scared the freak out of me. let's cast over that to those shadows. Wow, I had a bite. I had a bite too. There's something over there that wanted it. Let's give it a cast right back over there again. See what we can get. There's a really big. Yep, I think we got a fish, guys. Oh my God, I thought that was a fish. And that was nothing. That's crazy. The worm got hit pretty hard though. I thought, like the way how it hit, it felt like it was a bass. And then that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I even called it out like I had a fish. All right. Well, that did not yield any results, but we got to move on. There's plenty of more areas that we can fish along the way to where we're going, but right now we have to move on. So let's put this behind the truck. Let's move on.